Welcome to the Recruitment Edge Career Conversation Series. Now more than ever, employees are looking for meaning and purpose in an organisation. In fact, many are voting with their feet. They are turning their backs on organisations that don't uphold a powerful purpose and looking to align themselves with an organisation that has an authentic and genuine purpose. Today I'm joined by Phil Preston, a leading expert on the application of purpose to driving organisational performance. Phil left a 17-year corporate career due to a lack of purpose and has since helped people and organisations maximise the difference they make. So Phil, how can people tell if companies have a powerful purpose?
I think the first thing you'd want to go to is the purpose statement of the company. Now, in analysing a whole lot of businesses, I've found a third of companies typically do this really well, and you can go onto their website and you'll find it and it will stick out and you go, wow, that's awesome. About a third of companies don't do it very well at all, and for another third it's fairly non-existent. And what the challenge is to try and understand, is that purpose really reflecting the benefit that company is bringing to the world? So we don't want to see statements like, we want to be the most profitable telecommunications company, because that's just talking about shareholders making money. We want to be thinking about, are we connecting people for prosperity and better lives? It might be something oriented around that. One of my favourite purpose statements is by the company Cochlear, which makes bionic ears.
Yes.
But that's not its purpose statement. Its purpose statement is to help people hear and be heard. As you can see, it's a wonderful way.
Very powerful.
Oh, it's extremely powerful. And they've done it in about 6 words, which is even better.
So how can I, if I'm the candidate, check that the companies, well, in other words, if they're doing what they say they're doing?
Yeah, well, that's the hard part. You've then got to go in and try and say, are they doing what they're saying they're doing? And to do that, I'd be looking a little bit further, not just into their website, but also into, say, annual reports or other communications they're putting out there in the world. Now, if purpose is not appearing in those other documents or their strategy documents, then that's a red flag. You should be wondering, okay, are they really just saying that and not following it through? So you've got to look for, I guess, tangible ways that they bring that into play. And I'd say you'd also want to look into, how do they support their people in implementing that purpose? Because when you go into this world, you do have to have challenging conversations. You might have a really profitable line of business, but it's maybe doing a little bit of harm to someone somewhere. You've got to be able to have that conversation, not sweep it under the carpet. So it's going to bring some challenges around culture and leadership that you need to look into. And I guess my final tip would be, just talk to people who work there if you can, or who have worked there, because that's going to give you a sense of whether they're really authentic about that, or is it going to be one of those conversations where people say, oh, we say we do that, but we actually do something different.
Okay, so at what level then should me, the candidate, set my expectations?
I think a lot of companies are playing a little bit of catch up in this space, so don't be too hard on them. It's a mistake for company management leaders, for example, to say, oh, this purpose thing is a 6-month project, or it's a 2-year project. It's not that at all. It's actually your DNA forever. So it's an ongoing, and I guess it's going to be something that will evolve and refresh all the time. So cut businesses a little bit of slack in terms of what you're expecting of them, but at the same time look for tangible evidence that they are moving in that positive direction.
Thanks, Phil. That's great insights and valuable information that our candidates will find useful. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Career Conversations.